Alright guys, we're gonna be ripping off some more Hearthstone cards. And because Raren has uploaded a Family Feud episode where he's kind of like putting down the most popular, the most iconic stuff, the most hated, I don't know. It seems like it's a perfect episode for me to rip off a bunch of cards that I would give a fuck about myself. But it's probably going to be a bit more complicated than that because we can't do a one-on-one rip-off. We'll have to like reinvent our own version of that card. By the way, I support stealing content, just like Sniper Wolf apparently does. And Jackson's definitely not stealing her content and makes a way worse job out of that and is just absolute boring harassment bullshit. But hey, anytime I can give a shout out because people would be like, but you're stealing stuff from Hearthstone. And I'm like, what are you going to do about it? Dislike my videos? You know, throw me a lawsuit because I copied and pasted a picture from Hearthstone? I can just generate it with AI anyways. You know, what are you going to do about it though? Obviously, it's all lighthearted. I don't think anything should be happening and anyone should be upset about anything being stolen as long as it's just a copy-paste across the internet. Like the copyright system, like, yes, you get credits, but the copyright system has to like work automatically. And it's definitely not going to work with TikToks. I'll tell you that much. I'm not sure why I'm doing the controversial thing in the start of the video, but that's how I feel. Because I get a lot of hate. The reason why I created this fucking button in the first place is it just kind of stacked on top of the whole idea of like, I'm doing this new thing, new cool thing, and people fucking hating on it. I'm excited. I'm elevated by my own, you know, experience of making a card game. No one else is excited. So it's like, why is there such a big difference between me and everyone else? What are we talking about? NPC style behavior? Just like hating on everything because like I'm always jealous of anyone being able to do anything because I can't possibly buy this card game and enjoy it myself. Am I right? I don't know what people think about this stuff when they get trigger happy like this because I want to get to know them and be liked and stuff, but there's no way I can put effort into that. You know, I cannot build a bridge between me and other people. It's impossible, you know. So yeah, I spill out a little bit of a controversy, but it's all good because you get to know the backstory of these cards and why I made them so quickly. Also, it's the most watched videos on my channel, which is going to be a criteria for where I'm going to get my inspirations. There's going to be tons and tons of cards. It's going to be gigabytes of cards, bro. I'm scared. I'm scared. What is the amount of storage I already need for this fucking shit? 9 megabytes. We're just scratching a tiny bit of a surface. It's gonna be like 10 gigabytes of cards. I'm scared, man. We're gonna have to simplify these pictures. But yeah, we're gonna have to simplify the pictures and take them out of the equations, separate them, you know, just digitalize everything, technically, right? It sounds pretty bad, but it has to be done technically. You just upload a picture and then it automatically like aligns everything. It's still kind of weird. Well, as long as it's like a square, right? I can work with a square. I think it's a square. Is it a square? Square or no square? Riddle me this, my friends. Square or not square? Actually, not really a square, but fairly close. Like, that would be a square. This is 1 to 1.1 ratio. All right. I hate that I cannot make a dot, but something like this. Yeah, I love this stuff. I love that I can just tell any kind of story that I want with this stuff and like put as much sentiment into cards as I want. And it's like super easy to make, change all the stuff while it's a early process. And even if it's late process, like I'll make things even easier, which is gonna type in the name of the card ID, and what it does using just words or symbols rather, characters. Let me just grab another example of this. Since I started with Shredder, RIP, we can just call it R. Lowest hand card. RIP. We go to the next thing. I don't think stars are available. Like, there's so many symbols not available. Maybe $sign is available, but that should be used for something else. This is annoying that folders cannot be named whatever you want, or files. So there's a whole list of forbidden fruits, basically. There's a lot. I can do a minus, so that's pretty good. So I can't do that one. So if we were to translate really quickly and just like characters even, and the way you would program a card for yourself. Like in game, you would just be able to do a card. Maybe you wouldn't be able to draw it yourself, because that would be stupid. Just find and upload a picture. But you would be able to just upload a bunch of textures and then craft a card yourself in game. Like that would be one of the features. I want to create so much flexibility for what you can do. It's insane. It's just basically a playground. That's what usually Minecraft is referred to as, like a Lego playground. But I want to create a card game playground, because that shit is just rivaling Legos anyways. And to me is so fascinating. There's so much stuff. Like I'm just salivating and drooling, and people don't resonate with that. Like, what the fuck? How dead people are these days. Like, I don't understand. So down, lowest. Like, we'll have to, like, really dive into the alphabet to be able to translate these icons into letters, single letters. Then you have a hand, and you have a summon, but it's weird. Obviously, some of these gonna have to be lowercase, uppercase, some weird shit programming. Ugh. But or, I mean, that would be in the background. You can just move icons around in the game. So card creator, I will still have to make that as well at some point, and explain what every icon does, of course, before I even release the game. Not sure, again, at the release what kind of features we're going to have, but we're going to get there. For now, I just want to chill and enjoy the process, right? I've added the inclusion icon. There's the exclusion thing, but there's inclusive of, like, target all friends, friendly creatures, but also include the creature itself. So basically it fixes the problem without even me touching it. And I'm referring to cards like the Baboon Knight. You know, it just fixes the problem of, like, it's not supposed to target itself and buff itself, because that would be too powerful and confusing. This one not supposed to target itself as well. And this is just too common. So I'm like, wow, we just solved the problem, because that's how it's supposed to work. All friendlies. all bros are getting buffed except for the Giga Champ himself. So very useful stuff. Here, anything can be targeted, so it doesn't really apply. You wouldn't target yourself anyways. I guess... So that's why I wanted to like make an inclusive thing instead of exclusive. Just flip things around. It's very confusing, but this is the stuff I have to deal with to smoothen the edges of the game and to make sure that the icons have maximum potential. So when I'm overusing this icon, like, it is actually meaningful and doesn't target itself. Because usually you don't want to do that. You don't want to buff yourself. But sometimes I will. Anyways, so that's pretty cool. Again, it's all just juggling things around. Also added these little dots. And I think dots are going to be on the cards themselves as well. Because you have to know what is the value behind these sacrifices that you have to make. This is the double value because you're overloading a card, a mana. Right? So you're spending a mana and overloading a mana. It's pretty brutal. So it's 2, clearly. Sacrificing a card, I've decided it's going to be 3. Because you get tempo advantage, but you sacrifice an entire card for that. The blood sacrifice, sacrificing your own card when it's played, it's actually a lot cheaper than you think, because this is not it. You can sacrifice your own card after you attacked with it, by the way. But you can also kill your opponent's creature, and that would also be a blood sacrifice. So, interesting stuff. But trying to tap a card without even attacking your own creature, that's also very expensive. You know, instead of like... But again, only in special occasions you will have these like runes. So we have to like tap a card. So you have a bunch of things summoned, and in order to summon this other thing, you have to tap instead of attacking, and now you can summon it. That's what it means. This one is like using cards as a platform. So you literally play a card on top of a card, and when this card dies, this goes back to normal. Sometimes you will have to play on top of 2 cards. You know, it's kind of interesting, but they have to already be in play. And this one is just a return. I've discussed this one because of the Brewmaster. Right, I was like, oh, cool. I can return creatures, and it's like a mana cost thing. Obviously, cards are not supposed to cost 0 mana, and Brewmaster is already 2 mana. Just like returning something to hand. Yeah, you're not supposed to summon anything for 2 mana, or 0 mana. Because it starts cycling around, just flipping around and just creating a nonsense. If there's repetitive motion, infinite motion that you can create, it's supposed to be stopped. This is why the most recent nerf in Hearthstone is about Auctioneer. It's like you can draw infinite amount of cards. It's fun, but it's not necessarily intended consequence of like a card game to give you infinite amount of resources in a way, or infinite cycle if you just break the game somehow, or make things very cheap, or cheat a bunch of mana. You're not supposed to get infinite resources, all right? That's just a bug, clearly, in card games. All right, let's just jump in, and I've given you all the background stuff. I'm going to make more cards, and then play one game, and hopefully the new cards are going to get themselves highlighted. But let's see if I get inspired. Some of these cards I don't want to fucking touch. So we're slowly going to reveal. as we watch the video. I watched this part already, but I'll slow down a little bit. Dr. Boom, they tried Dr. Boom and somehow they dodged it. It's kind of like the most recent stuff, right? The things that are still in standard right now. Because that will be the poll, right? Yoxeron somehow made the list, which is weird, you know. All of these other cards are still in standard. Maybe except Reno? I think he's still in, no? Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. I think Sir Finley is in there, so Reno also has to be there. I think what rotated is Bran, because Bran was toxic garbage, which I printed out immediately when I saw him, because that's the only card that I can actually print. I can't print Reno, but I can rework it, you know. I can rework my own version of Reno Jackson. Except I can't. Like, how am I supposed to create Reno Jackson effect where you just regain all 3 shields? What would be the condition in my card game? Because, like, okay, I shouldn't have done that way. I should just burn cards. Alright, I have 5 cards and obviously shields, but like maybe some stuff in play. What is the unique thing that I can have? Because like I can't access my deck. My deck cannot just grant me superpowers, unfortunately. And it's very difficult to like double check things. Like it's too complicated, right? To start analyzing whether your deck has things, has copies of cards or not. It's, for me, it's just too much work. If we're talking about like a physical card game, screw that. So what else can I do to grant a player 3 shields as if, you know, he just goes back to full health? What? There has to be a variety of things, right, going on. Reno Jackson could like cost a ridiculous amount of mana. Could be 3x and like 6 mana. So you have to sacrifice 3 cards. And on top of that, you have to have an empty hand. How about that for a change? Literally, you have to have no resources, nothing on board, but I literally can't detect if something is on board or not. If you have friends or not. But we should be able to like do that. We just should ask how many friends you have, right? But how do we do this with icons? That is the question. How do we check if there's zero friends, basically? Technically, that's a win. Well, that is a solo condition, which is like, I mean, I don't need to worry about it. Interesting how solo sounds like solar. That is so cool. I can always just say no. Well, there's nothing. That's a no. So basically what Reno in my game is a person that exchanges all the pity points, you know, for just shields. You need protection now. It's Princess Protection Program. You're still not really resetting the game, which is fine. It's fine. Because you have to have such conditions in order to like heal yourself. 3 shields. It's crazy. Of course it's gonna get buffed somehow. I'm talking about nothing in hands. So everything would go to mana anyways. And then you get just 3 shields. That's it. Simple. I mean, I'm a good person. I can give 4 shields. It's still like late game now, right? I can give 4. Reno can overheal your hero. There you go. Again, I can't wait for the world to flip around a little bit, and every dislike, if there's no complaint attached to it, is actually triple like. You know, you just lost reputation because you dislike something, but you don't say anything. I love that part. You know, I love that there's always a twist to the story. You can't just freely dislike things. It's not free. You know, I'm sorry. And I'm the last person to be disliked because I am a reject of society, bro. Maybe that's like intended consequence, but at the same time, well, they don't like me. I'm already disliked. I don't want to be more disliked. It doesn't fucking help the case, doesn't it? Just kills me slowly. It's crazy. And then, you know, everything I do apparently is bad. But then you create a precedent of like, if I become rich, then you hate money. If I make a good game, then you hate games. It just creates a precedent where you just like, you make such terrible arguments by disliking an entire person and not what he does and whatnot. Gotta be careful on that shit. So, I need Arena in my life. I don't got no cards. I don't got no minions summoned. Sitting in my mom's basement just gives me mana, bro. So let's spend it all on Reno. This is literally the most expensive card in the game, just to get those 4 shields. And again, I mean, it's a little weird, I'm not gonna lie, to make it ridiculously expensive. It's a little weird. Maybe we can put it at 4 mana or something. Shit. Shouldn't. No! All this progress. Should have put it here. God damn it. People might know what they want, but they don't understand what the cost attached to it is. They just don't understand. That you need slaves to get coal and stuff. Some crazy stuff. Why is my rent so high? Because you're being cooked. Alright? You are a meal for the future generations, man. There's plenty of problems to solve. And you have to be aware of it. And that's how fucking dark the world is. My personal favorite thing would, or favorite choice, would just be +9, right? That would be the mana cost. Like +9. Somewhere. Instead you have to count all the dots. But you would understand. I don't care. I think it's more aesthetically pleasing that way. And then your brain just like, oh, it's 9 + 4. Because that's 3 axes. It's crazy. It's 9 tails. That's kind of cool, actually. I can already summon 9 tails. Very interesting. You can see how I'm excited I am just to create characters, just to give them more life. Because that's actually what makes games so fun, when the characters actually have a reason to even exist in the first place. A reason to do what they do. So, well, it's also a summoning effect, so that kind of sucks. Ugh. I mean, I could do it an end of turn effect, by the way. As long as you don't have any cards, it will keep generating shields. There's no point in doing so, because this thing will just die. I have to squeeze in the fact that it's a summon. I guess that's the downside of doing things like that. You never really know if you're wording things correctly, because this is not words. You're supposed to convey information using signals, in a way. Symbols. But that's fine. We learn language that way. This is awesome. Like, you have to, like, convey completely different information and actually spice things up constantly. So noble. So no hand, hmm? No hand? Well, here you go. 4 shields, though. 4 walls. Maybe you get a free room for Reno Jackson. We're gonna be rich because you don't have to pay rent anymore. That's fucking awesome, bro. Holy shit. So we're gonna call him No More Reno. But at the same time, whichever one you like. Okay, I can't do that one. How do we split Reno and Rent? I don't know, it's a very, very ugly way to do it, but I'll take it. No more Rent. Oh, Reno or Rent? I don't know. I mean, the backstory could be like, he's an adventurer, so he always leaves his home for someone else, and you happen to be his friends, you know? And just going out for adventures. Doesn't give a fuck. But he needs to trust his home for someone so it doesn't get broken into, you know? So cool, right? Like, such a cool backstory. It feels completely different all of a sudden. Ragnaros, we're gonna talk about it later. Prince Renathal. It's just a fucking shield, though. And I can't do, like, predetermined effects. I can do hero powers, and maybe I can do predetermined effects of, like, you nerf yourself, but gain an ability, right? So you can... I can probably give hero powers and, like, passive effects to spice things up. Instead of calling them anomalies, is just going to be normal passive effects that are like side effects to your whole deck, building, or whatever. So Arena could have been one of these effects, technically. Giving you pity points. Which is something to consider, but this is where the game is going to keep evolving, basically. So yeah, I am thinking of, like, hero powers and side effects are going to be pretty cool. I'm not sure how they're going to look like, though. Because they don't need health or attack. They do need this, the effects, and a name. And probably rarity and the mana cost for using the effect. We're going to see it in action. It's going to be fascinating, bro. Alright, well, yeah, this will take a little bit of design thought. But we can do it, like, for the next episode. I can think about the hero power and passives, because it does seem like a reoccurring thing that I do want to have. And Zeddy says it's his favorite card, so I have to, you know, please him as well, in a way. I hate control strategies, and just getting one extra shield for a downside is probably not worth it. But just this idea is definitely my favorite thing is just having passives. My favorite card is obviously the fucking dragon card. You activate it, you summon dragons, bro. Constantly. You just need some nature spells. It's just perfect. It's a dragon card that requires nature. Like, it's me, though. It's me. We should just make that one right now and give it a backstory. My favorite activated dragon. Shouldn't it be a passive effect, though? Fuck, man. It should, though, right? There's a way to turn a card into a passive effect, and it's using lingering. It could be infinite lingering, which is a little bit too much. It should have a turn timer instead, which is still, I mean, it's very doable. It's very doable. It's just like one of these and one of these, right? It's just gonna use a token to calculate how many turns it has elapsed. It gets really complicated at some point, but I'll take a dragon card anytime. It's just, what are you gonna summon to trigger the dragon card so early? Like in the late stages in the game, maybe I will print a bunch of like types of cards like murlocs and fucking orcs and goblins and zombies, bro. Undead, I guess. I don't care, mechs. Sure. But like, I'm not focusing on that either. So this could like last 5 turns. The activation of the dragon card. But like an actual dragon. The funny thing is, maybe it can just stay in the battlefield for as long as it wants to. It's just almost impossible to kill. Now that's a completely different sort of approach that I've never thought about. Like, how do you not kill a card? The only way for now is like to have it with ridiculous armor value or just be hidden by everyone else. But dragons can fly, you know. But that's just a lingering effect. It's just that's that. How are we gonna fly? What's the point again of flying? Yeah, you are unreachable and you cannot be destroyed. Which is cool. It's just really painful to deal with. Like, I never want to actually create a flying creature because they're just too powerful, man. Way too powerful. In other words, this is why dragons don't exist. Not only they would be the most terrorizing creatures, like eagles are already scary, dude. But they're still small in comparison. They're not gonna attack cows and humans. Alright? But a dragon? Your days are numbered, my friends. Holy shit. What a flying creature could be able to do is potentially returning to your hand after death. Like literally an eternal card. But I don't like eternal cards. I have to nerf that sort of behavior. How can we make a card that returns to your hands not eternal? I think I know. You have to make a sacrifice of like the bone sacrifice. But you have to do it instantly. And yes, it's literally the opposite of Dragonborn. Instead of killing a dragon and getting the souls from the dragon, you have to feed the souls to the dragon to keep it alive. Even after it gets defeated, it just kind of like flies away. It just finds energy to fly away, regardless, and escape the battle. The eternal cards, boys. We have made it. That's some crazy shit. So you will have to pay the mana cost in bones, basically. That's kind of cool, and it returns to your hands. Oh, man, this card game is awesome, bro. This is gonna be a very disgusting dragon, bro. I'll tell you that much. I hope this works. They're supposed to mean when you kill a creature, you target your enemy, and the killed creature's attack becomes damage. So you throw a fireball after you devoured a creature initially. And that's nature's spell for you guys, alright? We use dead creature as a fireball. A toxic fireball. So again, these are complete reworks of the cards. They're very, very different. But rightfully so. It's probably the weirdest card to read because, again, I have to refer to the creature that got killed. And I also have to use a tap symbol. But what am I tapping? Well, I'm also using it as an attack symbol. So there's the ambiguous nature of this fucking diamond sign that kind of pisses me off. But all of it seems to work and seems to indicate, for me personally, the information. Shit, I messed up. That does look like blood, I'm not gonna lie. Let's be serious. It just aligned itself perfectly, I think. I want to see more of his wings. Whatever. That seems fine. It's definitely legendary. I love the stuff. Eternal cards are really powerful in general. Even if they just show up a few times. Because they're expensive too, potentially. Like, getting bones, where are you gonna get bones, bro? 7 bones? Here we go. But, where's my magical moment of sharpening things a little bit? Here we go. Bam. Now it's a serious competition. I made it 6-6 because, like, you throw a fucking pretty sizable fireball if you can kill anything, and it comes back to your hands. We haven't used bones yet, so that's pretty cool.
The question is the most hated Hearthstone card.
Well, let's see it. Boom, boom, boom. Patches the pirate, ice block, blah, blah, blah. And no one figured out the rest of the gang. Jesus Christ. So, the Goff, Barnes. Shit. We obviously gonna add one of these cards, at least. But make them actually appealing. And then we're gonna play one game, because that's all I have time for. Oh, shit. Shudderwalk. Interesting. I can do that. I can do Shudderwalk. I can repeat battle cries. It's just like Bran. It's just a garbage card because it doesn't do shit. Like, there's no battle cries in the game right now. I like Ice Block. Should we make the first spell as well? It's kind of crazy, to be honest. Because it's almost like I need to have spells too. Ugh. It doesn't have to be a spell. And if I can avoid making spells, I'll be a happy person. I'll tell you that much. Ice block sounds like a real thing. But I know exactly how to do it. How to do it properly. Let's use some AI art. Fuck it, let's go. I don't want it specifically to feel like a shield. And more of a just a terrain type of thing. That's fine. I mean, the greatest ice block of all time comes from a Disney movie. This is literally an ice wall. Damn. And that's some fucking ice block right there, bro. If I ever seen one. Here we go. Here's my fucking ice block. It's gonna be the first card I actually have to craft. Have to add some icy thing here. Why not just make it literally fucking ice block? It's so many things. So many things wrong with this picture, bro. I agree, it's the most hated card. It deserves. How the fuck do we even take a picture of it? How do we add it in? Jesus Christ. Why? Oh no, I messed it up because I put a smudge there that just left over. Well, we have a smudge now on the card. It's iconic. The connection between two creatures, man. A smudge from a like button. Fucking stupid, bro. You guys will have to bow down to the queen, though. Of ice. Properly. What the f... Okay, that's fine. Wait, I just put a fucking... Come on. It's so confusing. We're gonna get a hang of it. You're gonna have to bow down. Meaning tap with 2 creatures, at least. And still, it's gonna cost 2 mana. Because nothing is free. I'm sure there is gonna be free cards, because, like, cards themselves are very, very expensive in general. Just gotta be careful with that. And when I say cards cost by themselves, like drawing a card is not a free thing. You can turn a card into a mana crystal, so that's pretty powerful. So a card is not free, even if it costs 0 mana. It's too valuable. Alright. I don't need any attack, but you can deal 1 damage. And have like 8 health. What it's gonna do is just simply gonna turn your shields into the only thing your opponent can attack. I'm not sure how I will do that, though. So that's kind of weird. Well, I have a token that says new target. So when this gets attacked, it's gonna redirect the attack into the shields. That's pretty nice. As long as you have shields. There's a different block that I should have summoned. It's one of these blocks. Yeah. I get a lot of those. I can do it once. It's a little bit weird. I'm not gonna lie. Only once it will be redirected. But if you can't even break a shield, your attack is just going to be nullified completely. If you don't have 5 damage, that's even like better. Just only once this happens. It's still a very powerful card. Really powerful. Now, does it deserve to be 6 mana? I don't know. But here you go. So epic. So clean. I've been in the card game community for so long, and if you can find a better card game than mine, I want to know. How is it fucking better? Because, you must understand there's a hidden meaning behind this. I don't need to do programming. I can just print any card whenever I want, very, very quickly. Is there any card game that's better than mine? Because literally I follow the definition of a card game. It's like I can make any card really fast. That's the definition of a card game. And it's like really fast. And like almost any kind of effect I can come up with. And it's still possible to have the card in real life as well. And it would be functional. Like, it's insane. It's insane to dislike me this from the get-go. You know, like, is it going to be controversial now? People going to be fucking hating me by default all the time? But obviously I give off like really low energy because I have to be smart. That's why. So shut the fuck up. Let's make it. Let's play a game. All right. Summoning card number 30. And now we have all the cards up to 30. Let's see what happens when I play the goddamn MEGABUG. One more time. Actually, let's play a new instance. Here we go. Boom, boom, boom. No loading needed. Just card 30. Alright, let's begin. Just pile a bunch of cards. Quickly grab some shields. Forget about what we grabbed. Ooh. I will never forget that, actually. The duo. Then we grab the mana really fast. Set things up. Speedrun a little bit the boring stuff. 5 cards for me. And 6 cards for my opponent. Because they start second. Now, they have Reno, bro. Holy shit. You better not activate. Obviously, there's also all sorts of triggering things I can say. I also stutter a lot. But, like, for fuck's sake, man. Give me a break. Or say something. Or you can't say anything because society is structured in a very specific way and it cannot be changed, actually. Am I right? So, we destroy shield immediately, and usually very much happens that way. So my opponent has 7 cards, but 1 broken shield. Okay. And Night Drake is on attack position, but only has 2 attack because this effect fades away instantly. Okay, Night Stalker seems pretty powerful. Guess we start with that. I don't have to waste other cards. It's not really necessary. It really is not necessary. I could summon this, though. Mr. Jeeves. So that dies. Ah, interesting, interesting. We can draw 2 cards, which is ridiculously powerful. Let's go. Let's pirate some content. Well, I can't actually, because this actually has 7 health. Well, the only thing that can kill this is that or that. We also have Batterhead. I probably want to keep that. Do I? You probably want to play Hydra just to draw more cards. Maybe Hydra is a little bit too powerful, I'm not gonna lie. Shit. I regret my decisions. I might have to nerf this. It's so evil. But I can't nerf things until they're really problematic. Like really. I'm not gonna be like a Hearthstone developer, but kind of. Because I don't want to make changes, at least in the early stages of the game. I don't want to make changes when they're kind of hard to make anyways. I have to reprint a card, the entire card. I can't just change numbers. All right. What do we have? Actually, I mean, now this is like really difficult to summon because the blood thing, like, how the fuck do I get blood? It's impossible in this position right now, so it's actually like locked card. Very interesting. I like that. Because you're not supposed to summon the biggest monster in your hand immediately. But what do we do? I will try and summon all the stuff. So we have 8 mana now, and we have to sacrifice 1 X to summon these bad boys all together. This is nasty that my hand is empty now already, but it happens a little bit too often. The idea that you can use all of it just for mana instantly is a little bit weird, but I'm okay with that. I'm definitely okay with that, because it would be a lot more complicated if I establish some kind of rules. Now, just like every card is a mana crystal as well. Ah, okay, let me get that. It's not going to be summons, unfortunately. Or fortunately. Quantum Pirate can come down and draw me cards. So that's pretty good. We already used 3 mana. Let's not forget. Still have to kick this out of here. We can just summon our own version. Wait, Twisted Advantage. I need one of these, don't I? That might be helpful. So 4 mana is used. I can't deal any damage here, but that's fine. I probably can't even kill it. I just want to summon one of these, meaning I need 4 more mana. So we just use up that and throw 1 X out of here. Again, the game's somewhat complicated, but you have to get used to it. And it's a high skill game, I would say. Because you have to do everything yourself, vocalize every single move. It's crazy, bro. I love that. I love high skill, high effort, and a high reward experience. Ooh, watch me dance. We summoning these, obviously. There's nothing else to do. But we have to work with them now. I can kill the content pirate. But I can't. This requires 9 health, 9 attack. In total. Well, it requires 8 damage and plus for every additional attack. I don't know, man. I can't kill it. Wait, but it's still in attack position, though. Yeah, it's too weird. I'll just have to... Yeah, sometimes weirdness is your win condition, because it's too weird, too complicated. Like, Creeper exploding is the most complicated calculation. Just the spread calculation is very messy. So I just did that. I guess that's fine. This is cranking up points now. So turn has ended for my opponent. So he already has $1. It's crazy, bro. All right. So now we have Batterheads being used. If I kill the Creeper, my Twisted Advantage will die. But I have 5 bones, right? Nope. I do not. So it's just gonna be useless, actually. I will not get the Twisted Advantage. That's so sad. Should I not kill the Creeper? Well, there's no other way. The Creeper would have attacked into it, by the way. Oh, that's so sad. I don't get the dislike button. We gotta buff it. But the thing is that the bones as resources, like well, you know Death Knights, and you know how easy it is to get the bones, and how they're just like a secondary resource that's supposed to be very, very cheap. But you're not always supposed to have it, basically. So unfortunately, this card is completely useless, that means. That's all I was trying to say. Alright, I can attack into that, I can attack into that and kill it, because that's 9 damage. And I don't think anything dies besides the Twisting Advantage, and then I can attack into that as well. Because Batterhead just keeps smashing things. And yeah, nothing dies. There's no way the Creeper kills this. It deals like 3 damage. Plus 2 from attack, so 5, 6. It has 4 health left, then 3 because this retaliates. This is complicated, but because of the Creeper. It's all because of that stupid Creeper. Okay, so it died and you didn't get your money's worth of likes. And I think I win now. I'm pretty sure I win. Oh, also I get mana back. Great. Normally, I literally can't play anything. And I have to hope that it works out. I believe in some version of the game I can actually, like, play hidden cards. So I can try and do that. Like, use mana, but you have to use 1 extra mana for that. So that's another very hidden rule. Very special hidden rule that you can use hidden cards. These cards cannot be attacked into, but they cannot defend the shields. Do we have lethal? Is the only question. We need 6 more damage. It looks like 6 damage to me, but we don't have the mana for it. Wow, we need 1 more mana. That's so ridiculous. We also need 1 more minion slot. So that's a thing. If we summon Jeeves, he's gonna get cards. I don't want that. I just want to finish the game. So now, we've broken his shields. All of it. All of it is gone. But he has minions on the board that he has hidden from us. Boom, revealed. Alright. And I'm not sure if throughout the game it's actually beneficial to hide a minion at some point. So just keep that in mind, that this is like another layer of strategy entirely. It's a whole new world. All these minions can retaliate. They're just broken shields. no big deal. For them. For me, it's very big deal. Maybe I can... If I can... Oh, no, it's so disgusting. So disgusting. If I kill the creeper, it's gonna spread 2-1-1-1 and 1 damage to everything. If I kill it into here... Well, I can't attack with this first. Like, this is very complicated shit. If I attack here, it deals 4 damage. Maybe it's fine that way. Damn. Stupid fucking creepers. The most annoying creature, I swear. Insane. I just want to kill it off so we're done with it. You know that we're done with it. Who do I kill it off into? Maybe I just attack a bug eater. Jesus Christ. That's what it come down to. Again, my opponent still has to clear, or I have to clear my opponent's board in order to win. And the Hydra does not break, only break shield, doesn't actually deal lethal, as I've explained. Can I use Content Pirate? Oh. Already we used 5 mana, by the way. We have 4 left. Maybe just do Ogre, because it's gonna redirect itself to the Creeper or the Content Pirate. The smallest one would be the Creeper, right? Smallest attack. Okay. Well, still, smallest attack. Alright. I kind of want to kill the Batterhead, though. This is juicy, bro. Because he would just clear my board. Shit, let's go. And we draw 2 cards because of the Content Pirate killing it. Look at that. Power level. Are we going to turn this around and I'm going to fucking die? Holy shit. What a twist. So annoying. I'm literally dead. Like, how am I gonna stop this? This is accelerating out of control, stupid Content Pirate. God damn it, man. So evil, am I right? So 7, and I can summon Jeeves as well for the rest of the mana. Now what do we do? This can kill that. I can keep the Creeper, because it's the most complicated thing in the universe. Giga Chat. Well, we can attack into the Hydra. And, boom. These guys are out. 2 more cards. Can we take the board by storm now? The game is still not over. It's already an hour. But I love it. Alright, 2 mana left after this summon. And obviously I'd take more pirates because they're ridiculously OP. Draw 2 cards for free, dude? Holy shit. See, I told you she's powerful, bro. We literally killed the snake, but we wouldn't get cards, so we have to, like, kill the champ first. See, it's not even a good trade. But of course it is a good trade because we draw cards. Ridiculous. I will change the way the hand works, by the way. The hand is a little bit weird. You don't get to see all the cards in like a comfortable way. So it... Yeah. You'll see. Also, like, Jeeves draw 3 cards for this guy. I forgot about it. He's not broke, so to speak. Alright, what do we have then? This turns into a consumable. Alright. Good stuff. I'm not sure what to do with consumables. They're sort of like in hands, but they're also revealed cards. So I just put them at the side. I can put him here, but it just kind of blocks the button. You get the idea. Alright, what else do we do? I can't kill that. Shit. Wait. I wasn't able to kill the Giga Chad. Holy shit, bro. Oh, come on. Giga Champ, obviously. 9. I wasn't able to kill it because this already had 7 attack. Technically, if I didn't summon this, I would be able to kill it, though. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. It's weird like that. If I do this, I can summon the Hydra and maybe finish the game. So now we're stuck. If we go back, we're just kind of stuck. I can't draw 2 cards. But then if I don't draw 2 cards, then I didn't draw 2 cards. And now the game is just lost because of complications, bro. It's too complicated. I just know I kill most of the stuff. Or technically everything. But I have to, like, sacrifice everything except the creeper. I think that's fair. Alright. Interesting. Well, we definitely lost. That's for sure. I just want to see how it looks like as we lose. Can we draw some cards, please? Yes? This is 9 health. This is really scary. But I can draw some cards. Alright. 2 more cards. More pirates! Holy shit. It's pirate season. Free for all. If we get... No. I mean, I could summon these guys. We already spent 6 mana. So, if I do... this... I can have 5 more mana. This is at X6 health, so we have to, like, roll the fucking dice now. And if I don't roll it... Yeah. We rolled it, because we needed the odds number. Not even. Even would redirect. So we actually won 1 dice roll. The second dice roll. This is 13, by the way. 13. So it's also odd number. Reno cost 13 mana. Holy shit. We killed it, though. We're still going back and... I did it in the wrong order. Fuck! I don't draw cards. That was the whole fucking point. Oh my god. I'll take 1 card. Alright, you can break rules. As long as it makes sense. In fact, I can also summon this bad boy and kill it into a creeper if I wanted to. Well, I'll just keep it alive. Oh, this game just never ends, bro. We go back and forth by default. Just by default. And we actually have minions on the board all the time. Basically, all of this just dies really fast. I do have to attack with everything to kill it. I've used 9 mana, but now it's irrelevant. I don't think I can defend myself anymore. Like, my opponent definitely just took over the board. 100%. I can't kill the Giga Champ with the Corruptor. So that's nice. But this is just a coping. at this point. At this point, what would matter is the card advantage. Like, who drew the least amount of cards would still have something left in their deck. So, of course, the game would still play out differently, and there's more things to worry about. It's crazy. Now we would get into fatigue for sure. And so many games would go into fatigue, that's kind of crazy to think about. So many games. So I have to, well, I don't know. Have a nice day, basically. I can't say anything else about it. Have a nice day, because you're going to play like 2 games, and you're going to be done with it. Not done with the game itself, but the entirety of it. You're going to be impressed, of course. Well, CMA is going to fucking annihilate everything. I do have this, but like it's useless. Or it was useless. Now I'm gonna have 2 of them. Cool. And Wind Fury, I think that's it. We can give it... I mean, Divine Shield is pointless. At this point, it's just kind of weird. So what do we have? 15 damage. That's lethal right there. In fact, the Corruptor corrupted Creeper. So it's more damage. Plus 3. 18. Yeah, that's game over. I don't know. You can come up with a rule where you can clear your opponent's board and you're still alive if you do that. Some stupid, weird rules like that. Like, anything is possible. You decide. And I am shutting this video down. See you guys next time. I fucking lost. I was winning the whole time. Wasn't I?